Hi, this is Lou Cornicelli, Wildlife Research Manager for the Minnesota DNR. There's been interest from some hunters to take their own CWD samples outside of our surveillance areas. We put information on the back of our regulations book, so folks should go look at that first. There'll be a charge with the University of Minnesota Veterinary Diagnostic Lab, but what I'll do here is I'll show you how to take a sample for CWD using a hunting knife and a Leatherman. Taking the sample is pretty easy. It's actually best done when the animal's fresh because you'll be able to see the lymph node much better. So first thing you want to do is you want to position the deer so you have access to its throat. And then what you should do is take your hand and feel for the mandible or the lower jaw, and you'll feel where it'll make a bend. So find where that bend is and then take a knife and just make a diagonal cut that's basically behind that lower jaw to behind the ear. And cut it on both sides, just like this. You don't have to cut all the way through, but you want to expose that tissue. So open it up, and what you'll see is you'll see some muscle, you'll see the trachea and esophagus, there'll be some meat, but you'll also find the lymph nodes. And they're relatively easy to spot. They look like little beans right in here. Now this deer's been dead a little while, so it's a little bit tougher to see, but all you need to do is take that knife and a Leatherman or a pair of tweezers and dig in there. The lymph node's right here. This one's a little bit more red because this deer's been dead for a while, but you'll notice they'll be really light gray and fairly easy to find. So take your Leatherman or a pair of tweezers or whatever you might have and cut one of those lymph nodes out. Now you want to take out both for the testing. But I'm just going to pull this one out to show you. Once you get it out, you can kind of feel it. It's got a firm consistency, and it's really not recognizable for any other tissue. A good way to check if you've got the right tissue is take that knife and cut it in half. And you'll see that it kind of looks like a kidney on the inside. Now again, this one's a little bit more red than a fresh deer would be, but it really has an unmistakable texture and look to it. What you'll do is you'll pull both of those lymph nodes, put them in a Ziploc bag with your name and other contact information, and call the diagnostic lab at the University of Minnesota. So that's how you take a sample, and if you choose to do it yourself and have it submitted separately, we wish you the best of luck.